Something kind of random today, but it came up, so we're going to discuss it. I got upset about this, and usually when I get upset about something, then I want to talk about it. So, if you ever took the S.A.T'S, it stands for, oh my gosh, this is an embarrassing way to start. Standard Academic Testing, I think. SAT, Standard Academic Testing. They use the ACT now, but in the United States of America, the SAT is the test that you take when you're like in 12th grade, and it's really important for getting into college. It's like one of the most important things, your GPA, right? Your grade point average and your SAT score. The highest you can get is 1600 on the SATs. I graduated high school in 1999. So I took the SATs in 1998. I took them twice. I had 2 tutors. Okay, I'll get into the whole thing after. Long story short, let me explain something I found out today about the SATs. So now, I think, back then, ACT is a different test. I have no idea what it stands for. Someone else might know. Maybe someone who's younger than I am might know what ACT stands for. But the SATs it's killing me right now, the acronym. I believe it's Standardized Academic Testing. It's half math, half English. You get 200 points. When I took it in 1998, you get 200 points just for signing your name. And then, so I guess 1600 math is not my strong suit. The only reason I got a 1340 is because I got an 800 on English combined. So I had 2 tutors, one for English, one for math. I took it twice because at that time, it was, if you take it 3 times, it looks bad. But if you take it 2 times, then it's the combination of your 2 best scores. So I took it twice, which was annoying because it's just so much preparation, etc. Anyway, a friend of mine and I were hanging out today, and his little brother is 17 and I guess taking the ACT. But I guess when I was in high school, you had to take the SAT. ACT was optional. Now I guess it's ACT and SAT is optional. And I said, like, oh, what did you get on your SAT? Just like making conversation, right? Like being polite. And this person like is 10 years younger than me. And they're like, oh, never, don't listen to Ashley. Whenever she took the SATs 20 years ago. And I got upset. The inference was Ashley's old and stupid, basically. Or that's how I took it. I'm like, excuse me, what? Like, first of all, me getting a 1340 on my SATs is one of the things I'm very proud of in this life. Like, it was a lot of work. My dad literally hired a man that during the day worked at NASA. I'm not joking. He came over with a pocket protector. His name was Tim. He would come over like twice a week. It was horrible. Just math was always never my thing. Always never my thing. Math and I have an interesting relationship. So check me on this. I was like, that was rude, right? I was like, what are you trying to say? And he was like, well, it's probably gotten a lot harder now. And da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And I was like, harder? My guess is that it's gotten easier, if anything. Sure enough, I looked it up. In the last 20 years, literally by the year, the SATs have gotten increasingly easier in the level of difficulty. So the person that tried to shut me down or whatever they were trying to do took an easier test and got a lower score than me, but wanted to be rude. Like, and guys, age shaming is super lame. I was like, also, why are you like age shaming me? And also to find out that the tests have only gotten easier. You just made yourself look stupid. Anyway, guys, if you took the SATs, the earlier you took them, the harder they were. I don't believe in standardized testing. I don't think that it tests for intelligence. Literally, the only reason I did okay on that was rote memory and, just like doing and tutors and stuff like that. And I remember like getting to the room. You have a certain amount of time as well. You only, I think, have 2.5 hours or 3 hours or something. And I just remember being like trying to like remember everything as fast as I could, especially the math part. But that doesn't test for intelligence. I think people have all different kinds of intelligence. So just so you know, fun fact, S.A.T'S, which are not even like standard, I guess the ACT is standard and you can take the SAT, probably because the ACT is easier, by the way. I remember some people I knew took ACT and it was like 5. I'm like, what do you mean 5 is the best? There's just 5, is it just 5 questions? It's not 5 questions, it's more than that. But I know it's a shorter test. So the earlier you took the SATs, the harder they were. Just found that out today. And if people want to age shame you or me, it's usually gonna end up being silly. Hi, Monk Monty. I'm chilling at my friend's like I don't know, like clubhouse place. Hi. Did you guys see Red Bar was live last night? What's up, Dr. Chow? Oh yeah, you guys want to do some breathing? Let's do some breathing. I need to do some breathing. Okay. So one way you can always, first of all, I want to say this. I was pissed. I was like, bitch, what do you do? First of all, you're talking to your 17-year-old little brother who hasn't even lived 25 years. So when you say like, oh, don't listen to Ashley, she took the SATs, 25 years ago? It's like, he hasn't even lived that long. You're making me sound like an old idiot. Like, stop. But I want to reiterate something that I say often here, and I feel it's very true, that emotion, good or bad, any emotion. So my feelings were hurt. I was kind of like, why are you dissing me in front of your little brother? That's weird, but fine. Any emotion, good, bad, feeling slighted, feeling insulted, whatever, any emotion, it does not have a long lifespan in a healthy organism. I'm going to repeat that. Any emotion, overexcited, underexcited. Please do a gift if you can. I forgot to mention there's a vertical YouTube thing and I'm doing a vertical stream. If you can get a gift, I think I'm in a contest or something. So let me repeat that again. If you are, any emotion, happy, sad, mad, glad, does not last long in a healthy organism. Healthy organism stays at homeostasis, okay? So when I started to notice, I was like still kind of like fuming and pissed off after 2 or 3 minutes. Let's call it 2 or 3 minutes, okay? And declare yourself a healthy organism, by the way. Does that make sense? Okay. Next hack is that anytime you want to change something up, change the breath. Focus on your breathing. So we're going to do, let's call it 10 deep inhales and complete exhales. What I like to do in the beginning is like inhale through the nose, literally make an audible, just like release. Don't be shy. Okay. Oh no. Is anybody with me in the, are you guys there still? Is anyone with me in the old days? In the Red Bar old days? Put your hands on your fingers. Type if you guys can still see me. What's up, Zaire? Hands on the fingers so the shoulders don't rise. We want to send the air low to the belly. Can someone type so I know you guys are still here? Okay, cool. Hi, Jigsaw Kid. All right, so keep the hands on the shoulders, just gently reminding them that they're going to stay low. We're using the belly. We're going to breathe in through the nose. Send the air low as it'll go, and breathe out all the air through the mouth. Suck the belly in. Relax your face. It's nice to close your eyes. Then take a deep inhale through the nose. Keep the shoulders softy. Make the belly fat. Even on the side body and the rib cage, let it get fat. Slowly exhale all the air out. There's usually more air left. Deep, slow, steady inhale through the nose. Let the belly and the side bodies expand. Diaphragmic breath. When you know your shoulders are going to stay soft, relax your hands down. Exhale all the air out. You're incentivized by 70% of toxins leave the body through the process of exhalation. Make sure all the air goes out. Let's do 6 more together, yeah? Inhale through the nose. Uncross your legs if they're crossed, by the way. Exhale all the air out through the mouth. We're gonna do 5 more. Use your own rhythm. Feel when you have slowly but surely filled your belly up with oxygen. Feel when you have slowly but surely emptied the oxygen out of the belly, okay? I'll see you in 5 breaths. Let your face become soft. Let the brain waves settle down. Inhale slower and deeper. Send the air as low as it will go. Exhale longer and completer. Make sure all the air is out. You might even feel like a nice squeeze, like a tightening in the belly. 3 more. Inhale deep, exhale complete. Even, steady breathing delivers an even, steady mind every single time, no exceptions. Now, somebody watched a breathing thing that I did recently and they commented, Ashley, it's impossible to raise your arms up above your head without your shoulders going up. For some people, yes, 100% it is. And we're not gonna raise the arms up high. We're only gonna raise them up as high as they'll go when the shoulders stay low. This is the rule. So if this is how high our shoulders go right now, excuse me, can you see me? So if this is how high, just here, if this is how high my arm goes and my shoulder stays relaxed, this is where I keep my arm. I am very easily able to keep my shoulder in place and raise my arm up and have it straight. But let's remember, I've been doing this for a long time, right? So this might not be accessible, and if it's not helpful. So you want to be here. Keep the shoulder low and bend the arm too. Doesn't need to be straight. The whole point of this is to stimulate something in your brain that I'll explain afterwards. For 2 minutes, arms above the head as high as they'll go with shoulders low. We might bend the elbows and we might be here. Perfect. Doesn't matter. Breathe, close your eyes, soft face. Inhale deeply through the nose. Let the belly expand. Exhale completely, if you know Ujjayi, through the nose or through the mouth. All the air comes out. I'll see you in 120 seconds. Boop. And you should feel a little bit better. That was funny. There's like a TV in this place that I don't know how to turn off. And I was breathing, and the guy, it's a cowboy movie, and the guy goes, the death can be painful or it can be swift. The choice is yours. It made me giggle. All right, guys, I hope you're amazing. Don't forget, the next time that you consider age shaming somebody or their intelligence, do your research first. The S.A.T'S have gotten increasingly easier every year over the last 20 years. And also this, guys, when I was a certain age, I used to think 43 was like old as fuck, right? But then you get to be 43 and you really literally feel the same. Of course, some things change. I think I'm lucky because I've done yoga for so long. My body doesn't feel that much different, you know? But like, you know, I'll like see my face. I'll get like extra face stuff, things like this. But I've never felt more confident, more happy, and more excited about my life in my life than right now. Plot twist. Thanks for being here, you guys. I can't wait for the new Red Bar to come out. I was there. It was so funny. Zaire was there too. So I guess he came on at like 8:30 or something last night and watched my live yesterday. Who was here yesterday? I said, I feel like he's going to come on tonight. I feel like it. And I said, if not, I'll do a Red Bar rewind. So he came on and I went to sleep. I fell asleep at 10:30, 11. And I woke up just random. Sometimes this will happen. I woke up at like 4 or 5 a.m. And I think I went on Instagram or something. Zaire was like, yo, Ash, did you see? And in the beginning, he was wearing like black with gold chains. He changed his outfit, right? Into the blue shirt, like after the beginning. But he had like this black jacket with the gold chains. And I was like, yeah, I saw. And he goes, no, it's still going. I was like, what? So I went back on at like 4 in the morning and it was like another 2 hours. That must have been a 10, Zaire, was it 10 hours? Zaire was heating up his Wendy's. You're so funny. Mitch on Demand, you were there, or someone else has your name. We got some great coverage last night. I missed like the middle, guys. So I think it should come out like tonight, right? It's usually like 24 hours after they finish it. I'm looking forward to watching it and then watching it with you guys. Have a great evening. Does anyone, okay. Oh, I have a quick question. Quick cue. Does anyone not remember their SAT scores? Because by the way, the person that this whole SAT thing came up with, I was like, what was your SAT score? I have never met anyone, not one person that took the SATs that did not remember their scores. Especially like if you're around my age, like it was a huge deal. He's like, no, I don't remember. It was over 1,000. The only other person I ever met was a girl who was lying. She wanted to make her score more or something. I won't say her name. She said I got a 998. It goes by tens. That's a dumb lie. It would be either a 990 or 1,000. There's no 998. But I was like, I feel like you got less than a 1340, which was my score. The combined score. I took it twice, okay? Just so we're all clear. But they take your best combined. Or they did in 1998. Back in the day, when we was little, you know what I'm talking about, that song? Back in the day, da-da-da-da-da. But I know for sure, and then so so first of all, he assumed it got harder, in some, so we can wrap this up and come full circle. I'm like, so you got a lower score on an easier test. He assumed that 20 years ago it was easier. And I already know the reason he doesn't remember his scores because it's less than 1340. Son of Billy Wagner, you made the funny, I don't even know the whole Ray DeVito thing, guys. I really don't get it. Chris Mack is super into it. Chris Mack explained it to me in the cutest and funniest way. I was like, I don't get it. I don't get the Ray DeVito thing. I don't get it. Like, I did a show with the guy, and I don't get it. My lemonade. My iced lemonade. My iced lemonade's not letting me down. Oh my God, someone gave me a super chat. Thank you. I can't see it. Please feel free to follow suit. Oh, Zaire, can you give me a gift? Because it's a live. Zaire, hitting you up all until I win this thing. I need a win right now, guys. But I actually just got one because I looked online. I'm like, have the SATs gotten harder or easier? They've gotten increasingly easier. So my deduction, my guess, what I do know, because, okay, yeah, does anybody not remember their SAT scores that took them? Everyone remembers. Um, yeah, he apologized and stuff, but it's just rude, especially when your friends like do something like that. Like you're like, okay. You're reminding me a lot of my narcissistic mom when she would like low blow me in front of her friends. Like, I don't understand. Like, my mom's go-to thing. Like, I'd walk into a room, she'd be like, "You're looking a little bit husky, Ashley." I'm like, "Mom, I haven't eaten in like 2 days. Literally, chill with that." But that was literally a compliment to her. No, it was this. You're not looking as husky as the last time I saw you. And I was like, can you just tell me I'm thin? Like, I'm super underweight right now. I even know that. So funny. Remember almost anything since I was 3. That's another thing, Monk Monty. We should talk about that. I've talked about it on this channel, but not in a while. I don't remember really anything before I was 7 years old. I remember like 2 memories before 7. I was in the park and I learned about cicadas and how cicadas only came every 17 years. So I know that I was like under 7. And then this other time I was in DC. I was a brat, not a brat. I was more of like I caused trouble, but I didn't really mean it. So we were all at the mall, like the Washington Mall, and my parents were still married. And there's a place where, you know, like fountains, and you make a wish and you throw coins. I decided to jump into the fountain, and I got in trouble with my mom. Like, no other kids were in there. I just jumped in. And you're not supposed to do that. But other than that, I don't really have memories before 7 years old. There's a thing about that, Monk Monty. If you remind me, I'll talk about it next time. But I do gotta kind of exit this country western game room situation. But the most people don't have memories before 7. I did a few lives about this. There's a few like indicators, and I'm not sure what. I don't want to say it the wrong way. I'm not sure what they indicate, but it's memory before 7. There is a blood type thing. There's like a whole other thing. We did it with sonar, but it's worth doing again. And then I meet people like, yeah, I remember like coming out of the womb basically. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Seriously? Like, how do you have those memories? People remember like being 2, being 3, being 4. I'm like, it was all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine. I mean, I'm literally really not an idea of what really was happening. I mean, there's like spots, you know, but mostly it's a wash until about 7. And that was like when my parents got divorced, so. All right, guys, I'm out. Does anybody not remember their SAT scores? Leave it in the comments. You don't have to tell me what your score is, or you can, but if you don't remember and you took them, I would be interested to know, because I really don't think a lot of people like this exist. It was just such an important like milestone. And I guess that's the ACT now, or whatever. Okay. Bye. Bye, guys. Have a great night.